Good game. All right. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you've all been having a magical day. Thanks for taking the time to support the channel. Today, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Milky Smooth 2022 version 3, the deck that I used to climb into Mythic rank number 3 at the very start of this season. We're gonna break down the deck list, the strategies, the synergies, then showcase all of that in the gameplay footage, finally wrapping up with our closing thoughts, deck review, community news, stuff like this. So buckle up, get ready. Make sure to like the video to help support me as a creator. Subscribe to the channel to partake in our contests and giveaways in which you can sign up in the Discord, available in the Linktree link, description below, or just give Hello Good Game Linktree a Google and I'm sure you'll find it. Let's get into the deck. All right, Milky Smooth 22 version 3 is a 60 card best of 1.9 average mana value with 6 non-creatures and 32 creatures. We have 22 land in the deck to support the lighter average mana value. Using Snow to capitalize off Faceless Haven. Of course, I'm sure you're familiar with this. For 3 snow mana, we can have it become a 4/3 with Vigilance that is all creature types, which is very good. So if you face a wipe, some removal, you can still get an attack in with some damage the next turn. It is a second spell deck in which you want to be casting your spells in pairs on top of creatures like Clarion Spirit, a 2/2, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Monk of the Open Hand, a 1/1, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand, which is really nice. And then to a certain extent, the Codespell Cleric, another 1/1 with Vigilance, and whenever it enters the battlefield, if it was the second spell you cast this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, right? So, you know, that's what we have going on in the deck for the core of it. We want to be capitalizing on these cards within our opening hand as much as possible. Casting on top of the spirits in pairs will create the flyers in which we can power up through our Paladin class to level 2 for 3. Creatures you control get +1/+1. You know, that's quite beneficial. And then finally, level 3 for 5. Whenever you attack until end of turn, target attacking creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and is going to gain double strike as well, right? So we can really get a bunch of damage in, which is really nice through going wide with our creatures late game if we have the Paladin class in play. We have more aggro within the deck via Usher of the Fallen, a 2/1 with Boast. So whenever you attack, you can pay 2 to create a 1/1 token. That's very, very good, especially against some of the control decks in which you may not want to completely fold out your hand right away. Keep a couple creatures in your hand, use Usher to capitalize on that extra value. And if you have extra mana on any turn, definitely sink it into the Usher when and if it can attack. We have Disruption through Portable Hole. Nothing feels better than taking an opposing Luminarch Aspirant, taking Werewolf Pack Leader, right? It's so good. The Hole for 1, an artifact. When it enters play, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until the Hole leaves the battlefield. You can also take other Holes. You can also take any of the class spells. Very, very high value within the Hole for me personally in this deck. That also fits very nice with the second spell synergy. Those are all of our 1-drops now. We have one more 2-drop, the Luminarch Aspirant, right? So this doesn't fit into the second spell very good, but it does have huge value, especially within the flying archetype that we're trying to abuse through the Clarion Spirit. A 1/1, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, right? We get the spirit tokens with flying. We can put the counters on the spirit with flying, right? So that's what's going on there. Further disruption within the Skyclave Apparition for 3, a 2/2. When it enters play, exile target non-land, non-token permanent with mana value 4 or less until it leaves play, in which they will, as your opponent will, in which case your opponent will, having a brain fart, create an XX blue illusion creature token where X is equal to that card's converted mana cost, right? 3 copies of Reidane, a 2/3 with flying and vigilance. Snowlands your opponents enter the battlefield with are tapped, and non-creature spells that they cast with mana value 4 or more are going to be 2 more to cast. So a little bit of a taxation there. And the shield reduces damage that we take by 1 by each source, which is really good against the Goblin decks right now. And whenever another permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or an ability, an opponent controls that spell or ability gets countered unless their controller pays 1. So, you know, that's kind of nice too, but your main focus is Reidane. So this is great because A, it shuts down snowlands, very, very good. And B, those expensive spells like Blood on the Snow, for example, cost a little bit more, and then they won't hit the field as early. It gives you an extra turn to get some more damage in, right? So that's cool. The same thing goes with the Elite Spellbinder. 4 copies of this. It's a 3/1 for 3 mana with flying when it enters the battlefield. Look at the opponent's hand, exile a non-land card from it, and as long as it remains exiled, they can still cast it, but at an additional cost of 2. So, you know, taking out Lawless, taking out Blood on the Snows, maybe single target removal if that's all they have, right? Goldspan Dragons, all runs Epiphanies. There is a long list for the Elite Spellbinder, so this is a very high priority play for us, much like the God of the Worthy. We have 1 copy of Legion Angel, 4/3 with flying. When it enters play, grab another copy from your sideboard, put it into your hand. So, you know, that's kind of the lottery play of the deck, and, you know, this bad boy wins games. Sorry. And then the Havens with the Snowlands, right? So that's the deck. Again, your strategies and synergies are to go wide with Clarion Spirit. Make a bunch of tokens and then capitalize on Paladin's Class by giving them all +1/+1, and then eventually +1/+1 for each attacking creature and double strike if they don't have a blocker for one of your flyers. Boom, that's lethal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Lots of disruption. The Hole, the Apparition, Reidane, the Spellbinder, and plenty of more aggro, you know, through the Cleric, the Monk, the Usher, the Luminarch, and the Legion Angel as well, right? So that's that. As far as what we've changed from the previous version, we dropped the Battlefield Raptor, right? And we've increased the Portable Hole, and we've dropped a Paladin class. So we dropped 2 Raptors, we dropped a class, and we brought in 3 holes. Not that aggressive of a change, but I do think it's a very friendly balance. So I'm having good luck with it. I know you guys will probably have good luck with it. We'll demonstrate all of this in the gameplay footage now. Make sure to support the channel, me as a creator. Like the video, subscribe, check out the Linktree link, you know, join the Patreon, things like this, right? So thanks again. I hope you're all having a great day. Enjoy. And don't forget, we'll be back to wrap up with my final thoughts after this. Going first against rank number 8. Whoa, 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 HGG, where's your hat, bro? That was a rare sighting. And, yeah, I guess I should try to remember how to play this deck. LOL. You know, once you hit Mythic, because you grind so many games, right? You take a break, you're like, I'm done. I just played 12 hours of Magic in 2 days. Like, time to go do something else. So I took a break, and it's been a little bit, right? So I am going to leave this here because we really want to get the Hole on their Luminarch Aspirant, but I do want to always be double casting on top of the Monk if we can, and we also have the Codespell Cleric in hand, right? So Usher's out first, Cleric on top of that, and yeah, I think we just go gung-ho here, hit for 3, and try to assume the advantage since we're on the play. They're playing a Pathway. What's on the other side of this? Ooh. 3-color deck. Luminarch Aspirant out. Read the play correctly. Oh. 3rd land would have been nice, but I just don't think this is something we can allow to remain in play. Just scoop that up. I'll trade with it. I don't really want to lose the Monk because it's going to be going up higher than a 3/3. The Usher is always going to be a 2/1 without the Luminarch. Linvana is annoying. So this is Bant's party that we're dealing with here. Relatively annoying, and we are bricking. She's a brick! House! At least we have the Luminarch Aspirant. This is very good 2 value. That can help us out in a big way here. I think, anyways. Woof, 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 woof. I'm nervous. I mean, just forcing a double block isn't bad. And again, maybe we can outpace if we're just like, go, go, go. And I would rather kill the Seagate if we are trading. I know I said I didn't want to lose the Monk, but I want to get rid of Linvala more than anything. We hold advantage, you know, keeping their party down. The full party not being able to attack and block is really bad. Let's get going in the air, right? Always keeping their creatures with flying out as well if we can, as relative advantage. And this is actually pretty gross. Again, our line here, I believe, lies within Paladin Class. We bricked really hard for too many turns, though. We gone way too slow. We lose our Luminarch, to be expected. And that's always why we're putting the counters that the Luminarch generates somewhere else. Right? Wow, I would love to give this double strike just like immediately. And then maybe we pull a 1-drop. Do they have maybe more journeys? Let's take it easy just for a second, right? It's only 1 damage that we're missing out on. And then we gain, you know, 2 damage next turn, basically. Which through those 2 turns would equalize. But now their spells cost more. Beacon of Unity. Looking at the top 6, revealing 2 cards. Cleric, Rogue, Wizard, Warrior. Of course, you know, party mechanics. Getting dirty, and they do find some reach. We hit for 6. A reach will be annoying, but, you know, maybe we get lucky. We need to keep our creatures alive. Double strike next turn on the flyers, but the reach will stop that. Have I guys told you about topdeck.exe, an exciting new program that you can download to engineer the top decks of your library to be exactly what you need in the moment? And today's top deck... Oh, is there a counterspell? And this costs 5 too. It's more damage if we hole. If only we had 1 more mana. This is lethal. And just like that, we went from like rank number 20 something. Well, first we were at rank number 3, and then we decided to actually sleep for the night and cook ourselves dinner. We fell to rank 23, and then we win 1 game. We're back up to number 7, which is a lot of fun. And that was a great match. Topdeck.exe is one of the greatest programs in the world, so I really like that. Beating number 8, which is also really cool. So great match. And you know, the whole is, you know, as you've seen in the deck tech, one of the changes that we made, we're trying to balance the class and the whole together, while still remaining true to the flyer double strike that we're going for as a whole, right? So GG's, let's get another one. Going first, and you know, I love that. I almost am tempted to concede to help my diamond brethren reach Mythic. I don't need that blown up. And here's the question. Are we going to play slow? Or do we go and take the advantage? I mean, what if they have removal and we played slow for nothing? Sometimes I like to play slow and get the double cast right away off the Clarion. Save that 1-drop, but It's hard decisions. Like, would I rather the whole hit my spirit or my aspirant, right? Both are like, neither. Please do not touch those creatures. So that's always hard. And is this the Orzhov control deck? Are they going to play some black? I'm worried about, right? We get the block. I'll double play next turn, I guess. Probably get another land off the top. And they're playing pretty slow, so, you know, we're in no rush here. It is black. Okay, we need a Reidane. We need an Elite Spellbinder. Because this is going to get really gross really quick. Blood on the Snow at 6. We hit for 3, down to 16. They learn. Not overly concerned about what they take, unless environmental sciences again. The life gain's good, I guess. Blood on the Snow? Well, it depends. I think it's a really good card, Blood on the Snow. Another Professor. They must have the land in hand. Did they take another environmental sciences 6 life? That would be crazy. This is our hardest matchup. This Orzhov control deck is real good, right? I played one gentleman, I think his name was Yop, I forget. I wish I would have remembered it. We must have played each other 14 times, and they were using this deck. Again, land off the top. At least it's a snow. That's fine. I guess let's push up. Get buff, bro. It's a decent swing. We make the token. Sure wish we had a Paladin class in hand. You heard? Hit for 7. No! Hit for 4. Nope. They're 4 mana. They play to 5. They go up to 14. We have Faceless Haven. Flooding. We bricked one game. We'll flood one game. We'll get one game with good mana. And these things will kind of just repeat themselves, right? It happens. Only running 22 land in the deck, so this should never happen, but here we are. And we run 22 to mitigate the percentage chance of this happening, right? We want to bring that percentage down of the land because of the second spell. We always want to be drawing low mana value cards, casting them in pairs on top of the spirit, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So to help do this, we trim the lands, right? All right, so probation, lands, sciences up to 14. Or they have a Vanishing Verse. Great news for me. Or something to remove Haven. Oh! Elite Spellbinder. Thank the Lord. Top deck.exe. Blood on the Snow next turn? No. No on the Snow next turn, my friend. They take the Aspirant out of anger. Rage reaction there. Oh, but Lolith is so good too. So they're at 5 mana. I think we have to take Lolith, don't we? I think we have to take Lolith. Because she's a for sure drop with 2 blockers. So we hit for 2, 3, 4 only. Oh, we're so screwed. We are so screwed, ladies and gentlemen. That academic probation definitely helping to save them in a big way. If there was no probation there, we would have potentially just had lethal, right, with Haven? Because I'm pretty sure they were tapped. Untapped now as their turn started, obviously, but that probation, perfect play, right? They're getting the bee's knees here, so. Eye twitches out. Oh, they get their own Spellbinder. That's a good blocker, right? Woo! I think we might still have lethal here. I mean, math is hard, but I'm just gonna go for it. Right, we're definitely not hanging out. We're definitely not chilling with our bros. We're getting the job done if we can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. No! Let's make the token. So close. By golly. And, you know, as long as they don't top deck that land. As long as they don't top deck that land. Oh, we should have, while the land had vigilance. Or I think we did. No land! Great game, my friend. Thank you so much. Up 1 rank. You gotta love that, right? Gotta love it. That's a really hard matchup for us, too. And we got absolutely lucky. So to break down this matchup and why it's so hard for you guys, just a little bit more in depth, because you're only going to be seeing so many different matchups, right? Lolith is absolutely amazing. The fact that they're combining a Planeswalker that makes 2 creatures while remaining in play, benefits from the death of those creatures, in which can now in turn make 2 more creatures. A, that's ridiculous. B, they can wipe your field, bring her back from the grave in 1 swoop and make creatures, right? So not only are you left with an empty field, which typically you could get around if you're lucky with your setup via Faceless Haven, but now you can't because there's 2 blockers just sitting there, right, looking at you. It's a very good card, and it just goes to show you the absolute power of Elite Spellbinder, and you know, furthermore, Reidane as well, that can increase the cost of that and push it a couple turns back, giving you a little bit more wiggle room to get that extra damage through. All right, looks like we have a rematch. In the first match, they played Bant Party. Let's see how this all unfolds here for us in the second matchup. I also have the match that I got into Mythic with recorded on my laptop. I'm not in it. It was just a screen record because I was upstairs eating lunch, chowing down on some Zaw, and it happened to take place then. So I did record it though, in case it happened. So I'll probably narrate that a little bit. And this is really gross. That's a good start for them. Right? They may just be playing mono white, I feel. And we're bricking, right? And we are bricking. She's a brick. This is the one good card if you do brick in the deck. I wish I could double hole right here, but it is what it is. Yeah, they copied us. They're like, all right, HGG, I see it. I believe in the mono white. And they hole us. We get payback, and they're using the Raptors. So this is definitely our Milky Smooth version 2. Of course, I'm using version 3. Trying to use version 3. Do you see how we flooded that last match, and now we're bricking? Like, what a glorious time to be alive. We're not hold or hole. Give me that Luminarch Aspirant back. right? It's the highest value play for us there. If we can pick up another planes, we're off to the races. No blocks here. That's a good chunk of damn. Kapow! Is that cleric really annoying? I don't think so. Maybe we save our next hole for something worse. No attacks, and now we have two really nice defenders. They have a monk. Do they play on top with a spirit? Another 1-drop? That would be really lucky. If they went so wide on just 2 land. They do. It's a guiding voice. They're getting value though, right? This is really good for them. All right, there's some life gain, and it's going to be their land. No blocks. It is what it is. I mean, the hole is always good. Let's Spellbind. We can stop them and keep them on 2 lands. See what this other card is. And now we have 4 defense. They only have 2 attack, and the Vigilance can just start smacking in. So as long as, you know, they don't accumulate some miraculous draw, we might get this. That's their 3rd land. Whoa. We see what they have. We only have 8 life, though, which is the problem. Which is the problem. You see the problem, sir? We take 3. They boast. I mean, could be worse. We have a Haven. They are going really wide, though. We could have got a land. I would have shield, and that would have just nullified them, right? So we want a hole and cleric here. Shield would negate almost all of their damage. So I'm going to hole Usher. And I'll Codespell Cleric. Reidane, I guess. It really... Oh, I'll Codespell Cleric itself. Definitely. Okay, with our Vigilance down to 13. Ooh, we're walking a tightrope here. If we can get that land, we'll win. Land for shield and we win. I'm sure of it. Oh no. That might be lethal. That is lethal. Oh no, they only hit for 2. Never mind. What am I thinking? They're 1/1s, not 2/2s. And they don't attack. Topdeck.exe, topdeck.exe, topdeck.exe. Nice. Let's just go wide. The Vigilance of the Codespell Cleric can actually attack as well, right? Because they don't do any damage. Lethal, maybe next turn. I mean, they have blockers. They could block for a while. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good game. All right. Back up to the top 5. You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. And this is kind of how those games go. And I'm sure our opponent is going to love the updated list here. And even though these Battlefield Raptors aren't in it, I'm still crushing on them so hard. I'm really sad that they're not in the deck. And I'm honestly doing everything in my power to not drop 4 lands to include them. Right? Sometimes we brick though, and I know that that is a better thing to not have happen than, you know, a little extra attack power. So this is the current version. We do get a leg up. So that's good. Enjoy. All right, our opponent goes first. Our hand is very slow, but the land's there. Let's grab a 1-drop here. No. No. Mono green on the play, and you missed your 1-drop. Oh. Spaghetti. Oh, and they're doing the do. If they Blizzard Brawl us, that's probably a good game. If we can come back from a Blizzard Brawl here, even you know, the old growth troll is pretty disgusting. Not to mention they have 4 mana, not only just 3. Where's your brawl? Oh no! Holy Toledo! Ghouls and goblins. This will be a comeback of the ages. Holy Toledo's. This is not good. That's a good start to the game. Oh. Why not? Insult to injury. Well, we just got rolled. Full combo. And I think mono green is a totally viable deck to be playing. Trying to climb that Rizank, right? It's good. Is a good deck, see? We still take 6-7 damage minimum. They probably just have a 3rd Blizzard Brawl in hand here, though. Wouldn't doubt it. The Trample would kill Reidane. So we could just, you know, that would be lethal if we didn't block the wolf. It's disgusting. They get a draw. This could be, you know, an Inscription of Abundance. Sploosh, baby! Oh my gosh, we just got blasted! Ay caramba! Good game. Alrighty, so Milky Smooth 22 version 3. Losing the Battlefield Raptor, losing a Paladin class, bringing in 3 portable holes. Would 4 holes be better? Maybe. Would some Battlefield Raptors still be cool? Absolutely. Are you bricking on 22 land sometimes? Yes. Can you afford to run fewer lands? No. Therefore, I'm not sure that, you know, dropping any of this disruption can make room for it. For example, you know, we know the Codespell Cleric, we know the Monk can't go. Maybe a Luminarch Aspirant. You know, maybe that's the best choice going forward. If we wanted to run 4 holes, maybe it's a Luminarch Aspirant that goes, because I can't justify a Binder, I can't justify a Reidane, and I cannot justify a Skyclave Apparition. These have to stay. We know the second spell cards have to stay. you know, I don't think 2 Paladins class is okay. If you did want to go to the next level before me, you know, I think it's 1 apparition down, take 3 apparitions and 4 holes. And that's going to be the next thing we experiment with if you guys want to get a head start, right? So I always want to reward people who do watch the videos to the end to give you that next step as to where I personally am going to take all of my decks, right? So thank you all again for your time and attention. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments in the description below. Thanks for your support. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, become a Patreon, a YouTube member, a Twitch subscriber, things like this to keep all the great content coming. Cheers, have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.